Little Sacrifices by A.B. England. Outside the cabin, the wind howled through the trees, while inside, the old woman's fire was nearly out. Her breath rattled in her chest as she slept, huddled under warm blankets she'd made as a girl. Avon dabbed at Shay's forehead with a damp cloth, washing away the fever sweats as she weighed her options. She'd used all the wood and kindling she'd been able to gather this morning to build the fire, and it was already waning with dawn still hours away. The wind started up midday, and they'd been so strong Avon was forced back to the cabin early. That's when she'd found Shay, white as the snow falling outside and crumpled on the floor. The old woman didn't own much. Avon looked about the small cabin for anything to burn. The table and 2 chairs were too big and costly, and she doubted what crockery Shay owned would burn. She'd send her to bed without supper for a week if she tried anyway. The wind shifted, and a draft of icy air made Avon shiver. She looked over at her cot, longing to curl under the warm blankets and snuggle into the mattress. Sighing, she finished washing Shay's brow and returned the cloth to the bowl of water. One of the sticks in the fire popped. The flames flickered lower. Groaning, Avon shivered. The only other things in the cabin were Shay's water bucket and broom. Neither would serve to fuel the fire without incurring Shay's wrath when the fever broke. And Avon had yet to start a fire by herself without hot embers to aid her. It was getting colder, and Shay would need more tea to bring her fever down soon. "What am I going to do?" Avon muttered as she stood. She returned the bowl to the table and scurried over to her bed. Burrowing into the soft mattress, she pulled the blankets up to her chin, praying a bit of warmth would help her think. She felt compelled to wrap every blanket she could find about herself and go out looking for wood, but what good would that do? It was dark and cold, and the snow was blinding. Maybe she'd find a limb down near the house, but with the way the wind was howling, just opening the door could kill the fire. A draft ruffled the hair at the nape of Avon's neck. She shuddered and pulled the blanket higher. As she dropped her arm, the blanket wafted musky air, thick with the scent of mold, from the bed. Avon gagged and squeezed her eyes shut tight, picturing a warm spring day when she could stuff her mattress with fresh, sweet rushes. "That's it!" Avon sprang from her bed and ripped open her mattress. The old rushes were decaying, but they'd burn. If it meant she and Shay would make it through the storm, Avon figured she could sleep on the slats until spring. If you enjoyed today's story and would like to see some more stories or articles or find out about my books, you can find more information at abengland.com. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.